Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to stop by and say hello and once again give you a little encouragement that came to me this morning. Yes, once again, I had another dream, and I don't know why my brain works this way, but the Lord does speak to me through these dreams, however quick and small they may be. But um, I dreamt that my husband and I had been called to look at a church that we were going to take to the pastorate of. So we went, and in my mind, of course, it was in South Dakota. That's actually where I was born. I was born in South Dakota and then raised in Africa and been all over the place since. But why that came to my mind, I don't know. Anyway, so we went up there. The people were a little different, but everyone was pleasant. But when we got into the church, it was as if the whole sanctuary had been turned into um, sleeping quarters. There were like beds. People were laying in the beds with covers over them and asleep. And so my husband had talked with the pastor, and we had walked out of the sanctuary. Obviously, they were not ready for church. Of course, my husband and I didn't know what was going on, but this was apparently their MO. So we went, piddled around a little bit, came back. When we came back the second time, walked into the sanctuary, it is as if the beds had been made into tables and chairs, and the men were on one side of the sanctuary, just sitting at the tables and chairs, chatting, having a good old time, and then the ladies were on the other side doing the same. My husband walked towards that direction. At first, I didn't see the ladies. I saw all the men, and I thought, what in the world am I going to do? Is this a men's meeting? But then I saw the ladies, so I went over to the ladies' side and sat down, and they were just chatting, having a good old time. I pretty much woke up a little bit after that, or the dream ended. And I thought to myself, what a sad, sad situation when the house of God is either become a place to just come and sleep, or everybody is asleep. Nobody's about the kingdom work. Nobody's engaged in maybe visitors that may be walking in, which was us at that particular time. Didn't notice us. Who would they have noticed? Would they have noticed someone coming through the back door that needed help? Not if they were asleep, they would not have. When they were sitting and chatting was another situation of the house of God being used for the wrong thing, being used only for social events. Now, social events are not all bad within itself. Sleep is not all bad within itself, and we know that. But there's a time and a place for everything. And of course, we know that Jesus told those that were buying and selling at the temple, he said, my house should be called a house of prayer. Wouldn't it have been, let's say, so much more satisfying to walk into that sanctuary and see people kneeling and praying? Maybe this is something that we need to institute more in our facilities, in our churches, in our gatherings once again, or to come in and see people praising and worshiping. And of course, dreams are dreams. That's just what they are. But the Lord just kind of speaks to me through them. And I want to encourage you, if you are involved in a church, and you go still to the brick and mortar and you're making it work, try to institute that prayer once again. Maybe encourage your saints to kneel and pray before the services, and maybe you are doing that, and that is awesome. But for those that are not yet, don't be afraid. They will benefit from it, and everyone who walks in the door will as well. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.